Picture a hacker. Most people immediately imagine a criminal in a dark, neon-lit room, typing frantically to steal millions before the feds break down the door. Within the cybersecurity community, however, malicious actors are specifically called crackers. They use their skills to crack security systems for personal gain or harm. The original term hacker comes from MIT in the 1960s. At the time, it described a brilliant person who could creatively solve complex problems with early computer systems. It was an art form and a badge of honor. Today, the baseline definition remains technical. A hacker is simply an individual with a deep understanding of computer systems who finds and exploits weaknesses. Since the technical skills are identical, the only differentiator between a hero and a villain is their underlying moral intent. At one end of the spectrum are black hat hackers. These individuals break into systems illegally with malicious intent. They are the actors behind massive data breaches, banking fraud, and the distribution of ransomware that can cripple entire organizations. White hats, or ethical hackers, possess these exact same capabilities, but their paths diverge based on how they apply them. White hats operate with explicit permission. Their goal is to identify vulnerabilities so organizations can fix them before a criminal ever finds them. The corporate sector incentivizes this through bug bounty programs, where companies like Google and Apple pay ethical hackers thousands, sometimes millions, to report security flaws. Our global digital infrastructure now critically relies on these authorized defenders to stay ahead of the evolving threat landscape. Gray hat hackers occupy the middle ground. They often have good intentions, but they work without authorization, making their methods technically illegal. A gray hat might hack into millions of home routers without permission, solely to patch a security flaw and leave the user safer. They use the wrong methods for the right reasons. The broader ecosystem includes script kiddies, beginners who execute ready-made hacking tools without understanding the underlying code. We also see hacktivists, like the group Anonymous, who target organizations to advance specific political or social causes. Finally, there are high-stakes actors, state-sponsored hackers acting as geopolitical cyber soldiers, and cyber terrorists who aim for large-scale digital disruption. Every cyber attack involves a specific human face, motive, and method that an analyst must eventually confront. Kevin Mitnick stands as the ultimate example of how these roles can shift over time. During the 1990s, Mitnick was the FBI's most wanted black hat after breaching major corporations like Motorola and IBM, which eventually led to 5 years in federal prison. After his release, Mitnick applied his skills defensively, becoming a highly respected white hat consultant and one of the world's most trusted security experts. Mitnick's trajectory proves that a hacker's classification is a choice they make every time they log in. As you start your journey, choose the white hat path. The global demand for ethical defenders is exploding, and the opportunities for those who choose to protect are endless. To defend a system, you have to understand the attacker's playbook. In our next tutorial, we'll dive into the cyber kill chain, the essential framework defenders use to stop hackers at every stage of an assault.